Hey everybody, welcome. It's Friday on Going Optimal, so of course it's Chat Gauntlet Day around here. I'm going to battle Chat in a draft of Forgotten Realms, our final Forgotten Realms Chat Gauntlet draft. And according to Hat, I have the format 1 unless Chat can 7-0 me today. If Chat 7-0s me today, wow, that would be quite a brutal takedown, as not only would I give up authority over my hair for my next haircut, but Chat would win the format. So really want to pick up the win today, protect the hair and protect my format victory. Interesting to draft against a pod of savvy, informed drafters in this format. I feel like on Arena, you end up with a handful of people in each pod who are not as plugged in as everybody else in the pod, and it does lead to black, red decks being more consistently open, and just there's enough of a lack of awareness in your average pod that you can take advantage of it. In a pod like this, it's much tougher. Are we gonna take those powerful red-black cards that we see early, knowing that both of those colors will be heavily contested by the smart drafters in the pod? I generally think you do. Somebody's got to land in those colors. Maybe it's you, but you also want to stay open. Am I ready to draft blue if I'm in that seat here? Because that's the other thing. It's not like we're going to be a 4-color Magic day today. Somebody's got to run blue cards, and it's going to be correct for somebody to run blue cards based on their seat. The question is, can you figure out that that's you in time? So a lot of things change when you're when someone like Happy is your worst drafter, according to Happy. Then yeah, you could have some challenging drafts ahead. We'll see how it goes. I wanted to thank our friend Dionysus and Jamie Topples, our friends. Dionysus won or cashed in an event put on by Jamie Topples, and their prize was some boosters, and D was so generous, he was like, and weird, D was like, hey, I want to donate my prize to Ryan. Can you give my prize to Ryan? Which is very kind of him. I decided to pay it forward. So Jamie did, in fact, send me the cards from it, and I got some cards from Card Kingdom for the charity event. The nice one here is on top. And a little note from Jamie here. Let me read you Jamie's note. Ryan, sorry for the delay. My ADHD has been a real butt lately. I feel you, Jamie. Hang in there. Dionysus insisted you have these cards, and I mean insisted. Yeah, I believe you, Jamie. That D is something else, as we all know. They clearly adore you, though. Oh, thank you, Jamie, and thank you, gang. Glad you can use these cards as prizes. That is the plan. Keep up the good work. Your stream is very entertaining and informative. You got the chops. I don't know what making it as a streamer looks like for you, but I sincerely hope you get there. Heart, Jamie. Thank you for the kind note, Jamie. What a wonderful person she is. But because my viewers helped me be the #1 individual donator in the charity event I did recently, what I'm going to do is compile all of the worthwhile cards from my Card Kingdom loot and from my Dionysus Jamie loot. And then I'm going to have viewers who donated to the charity draft those cards in order of their donation levels. And I'm going to ship those cards out as a thank you to all those kind viewers who helped me be the #1 of that whole thing. And each of you will also, of course, get a signed Ryan Spain rookie card back when my hair was short and I was a young buck on the scene. Anyway, speaking of Card Kingdom, obviously they're my sponsor. Obviously I love them, and part of the reason why is they do things like these charity events that, you know, I feel Jamie on the ADHD thing, and I have a hard time getting charitable efforts to my front burner. And so I really love that I can jump on board Card Kingdom's excellent charitable efforts, make a difference, make a contribution, and not have to work so hard. So thank you, Card Kingdom, for all your support and for your charitable efforts that help give me a path to giving back to the world that functions with my personal chaos. I really appreciate that. So thanks for that. And now let us hop over to ye old left monitor here, where we've got the MTGAdraft.tk all queued up. This is a third-party website made by Senryoku. If you appreciate the Gauntlet and appreciate the ability to draft on a third-party website and play out the games on Arena like we do, you can throw Senryoku a donation. That would be kind. We have our competitors, though. Hat is at the controls. Let's do this thing. Let's get a ready check or just fire it. I don't care if they're ready. Make them miss their picks for all I care. I need my hair. So, yes, I'm going to not avoid the good colors just because I know everybody knows the good colors, but I am going to try to find my lane. Yeah, but here we are, right? So, I really feel like the best card here is Burning Hands. And it's a color that there'll be competition for. But I like that we're cutting it. The Gobos is good. Goblin Javelineer less good. Shambling Ghast is standout in the pack. Bull's Strength, excellent combat trick. Null Hunter, solid 2-drop. And Monk, if you get low down, is quite good. So I'm going to take the Burning Hands and be aware. Like, what are we? We're not really passing much good red. I like to see that, but every color is not much good black, which is interesting. Every color's got a few good things, though, so there's nothing really signally about what we're passing. There's nothing amazing, and every color has something. I like a Burning Hands in a red-black deck, especially because sometimes the problem with red-black is that it can't get through Georges, you know, the 7/6s and stuff. And so being able to kill the giant green things is very nice. Fascinating pack. We've got a Steadfast Paladin as an excellent 2-drop. Hoarding Ogre just rose and rose in my estimation. I was not sure about a Hill Giant with a little upside, but man, attacking with an Ogre, getting lucky on the treasure, and firing off even a 7-drop on turn 5 is real. And then, yeah, we come to Yuan Ti, which may be worth taking as a hedge. If I love the... Like, actually, I think with the Burning Hands, the Hoarding Ogre Yuan Ti pick gets super interesting. If I had any other, like if this was some other color, not blue or red, I think I would just snap off the one. But the Ogre is really nice as a follow with the hands. But I'm going to go ahead and take the blue card. I'll hedge. People tend to avoid this, and this is a reason, like, this is talk about must kill. Now, it's very killable. It's 1 toughness, but it is must kill. If you just let this do its thing from turn 2 onwards, you're dead by turn 5 or 6 or something like that. So let's grab that. Yeah, we're going to wheel the Gloomstalker, I'm sure, because the Gloomstalker is practically unplayable. I really don't like the card, even in this kind of deck. Now, we've got... interesting signals. Plundar and Zorn is a very reasonable rare. The treasure thing. This is a great pack. What a stacked pack. I'm not taking a blue card out of this, but Spoils, Owlbear, Zorn, Plundar, and You Here all leap out as solid picks, and then White Dragon, no slouch either. Math likes the White Dragon is at the top level. I would take You Here before I took a White Dragon, just because the 6s are all fairly interchangeable. They are all powerful, but I don't need to prioritize them. Interesting. I kind of am attracted to these green cards a lot. Like, oh, these are both so good. And if I pass them, the signals are so strong. You know, it's like almost putting away green. I don't know. So I think, yeah, Zorn is somewhat on color. But yeah, I think I'm on spoils or you here. I'll take spoils. Let's take more removal. That was a tough pack. Tough pick. Here, I like price for lack of anything else compelling. Although I really think of it as a red-black card. You can still run it in anything, but sack outlets are what make it sing. Then, yeah, we can jump into a third color with a Peggy pick. That's the other thing that jumps out at me. You meet in a tavern. I've seen it work sometimes, but I've seen it fail too much to really prioritize. Shambling Ghast is legit, but I think if I'm taking a black card, I take Price of Loyalty. I think that is the pick here. I'll take it. Ghast is up there, though. Dwarfold Champion, not bad either. But we have no white cards yet, so I'll take the price. Shocking Grasp, if we wheel that, that would be interesting. So, Delver's Torch. Bunch of white cards, bunch of blue cards. Now, the white cards aren't amazing, but the density of them makes me wonder. But I can also take a Guild Thief. Scion might be better. Like Guild Thief. Guild Thief, if it gets a lucky smack in on turn 3, can be really good. But if you have to pump 4 into it to get it to do its thing, probably the Scion would just be better. What weird deck am I ending up in here? Siriana says take Peggy, best card. Torch called for. That's interesting too, but I agree that I would take Peggy over Torch. Yeah, white seems pretty wide open, and blue is always wide open, so I like that. Let's take Peggy and see. Yeah, look, the white continues to be just super open, so I think we're finding that lane correctly here. I'm going to take another Peggy. I don't like Windfall enough to cut red. I'm not subconsciously tired of it. I'm kind of tired of it, David, but it's not enough to make me throw a draft. All right, another Peggy. Let's try and take this white if nobody else wants it. Where are we going with this, though? We're open, I guess. There's not black. Black is being cut hard. There's been no black whatsoever. So who's passing to us? Jay? You got it, Jay. You're in black. Another Peggy, another Price, and a Torch. I think Price is not the pick at this point. Torch number 1 over Peggy number 3 makes some sense to me. Although triple Peggy out of pack 1 is really defining a plan. You know, yeah, it like if we had a third Pegasus, I would really be, you know, we just know that what we're trying to do is launch 2 and 3 drops. Yeah, hate drafting is definitely real. I'm going to take the Torch. And now we got a Georgie here and a Horde Robber here. I'm going to take Georgie, though. Green-White's a real deck, and we could end up splashing for like a Burning Hands or even a Huan Ti. And I was going to take something like Contact the Other Plane and go ahead and lean into the blue, but with Georgie here, I'm fine with trying to be green-white. That's where I'm leaning right now. But Horde Robber and Feign Death, we could have just tried to force the black issue, but it feels like there's no black in any of those other packs. I'm kind of surprised Horde Robber's here. And our opening pack still has the Wizard class in it. Devoted Paladin is totally playable, and we could take it, but 5s are so replaceable, and blue still so clearly open here that I'm going to take the Wizard class and hedge. Pretty chaotic here for pack 1. 2 green cards, 2 red cards, 2 blue cards, 3 white cards. Are we too open? Maybe too open, but we'll see. Just got to beat somebody. Somebody I got to beat. Yeah, Burning Hands was our pick 1. Price of Loyalty was a maybe, maybe not type pick. So I agree that we're probably not red. Arcane Investigator, then, if we, like, I don't, the Mind Sorcerer is interesting, but boy, you don't even often, like, putting it on top of your library is not the best. If you can get that big roll, sure. But we're going to take a 2-drop because 2 drops are good. Arcane Investigator, not particularly important, but it is 2 power, 2 mana, no downside, so you take those. Find a Path could ramp us. I'm going to go... Don't love an Air Cult Elemental, but you come to a river is easier to come by. And this does fly and wear a torch, so I'm going to take the Elemental. And here we can take a Grasp over an Herbalist. And maybe we are the blue deck here. Another Air Cult, but I'm going to take Scion. We'll take the cheaper thing here. Looks like we did end up finding the blue lane. We're going to be the blue drafter. Generally, if I'm blue, I just really want to be sure that my other color is strong. But, you know, like, you get these late picks, and it's okay. But now, Cleric class, I mean, we just take the Demi-Lich, but it's not that big a deal. We probably wheel it, and probably don't want it, actually. We probably want, like, a Soul Knife Spy. Ugh. This is kind of gross. Yeah, we could take the Innkeeper, but I just would rather be blue-white than blue-green. I don't think we're going to be blue-green. That seems weird. We're not gaining that much life, though, for the Cleric class. We could try and find it from here. Innkeeper, I guess, kind of does that. It is, like, the best card, but I kind of want to just, like, take a... Yeah, you can... Yeah, but by the time you've spent, you know, 10 mana, you haven't gotten some bargain. Well, Innkeeper ramps if we're base green. I'm just not sure we're doing that yet. We only have 2 Peggies and a Torch in white, though. So green, taking the Innkeeper is reasonable. I just have never seen blue-green really do anything except cost someone their hair. So wait, what? Yeah, I'll take the Innkeeper, but I'm uncomfortable with how this draft is going. Conjure, not the worst, ramping us to 6s, though. Now what do we got? Ghoul, Unicorn, Dungeoneer. Dungeoneer's got a wheel, so's Grasp, probably. Yeah, I don't know where we're at still, but I'm going to take Unicorn because nothing else here comes close except Ogre, but I don't think we're red anymore. Yeah, Ghoul's the best card, but we have 0 black cards. So somebody gets the Ghoul, but it's not us. I'm taking Uni. If it flows, we could end up literally being green-white life gain, but it would really have to flow from here. Another Ghoul. Eccentric Apprentice could is somewhat on plan. Yeah, I think we're going to lean into the blue and take the Apprentice here. That's fine. Yeah, if I had just hard forced red-black, it looks like it would have been fine. Because we'd have 2 Ghouls, 2 prices. It would have been nerve-wracking, though. We sure wouldn't have known we were in a good place for it. Trickster, how much are we doing this? Are we ever rolling dice here? We have this for rolling dice, this rolls dice, but not a lot. So we're going to take Ranger's Hawk. Shortcut Seeker is also a possibility, but more likely to wheel, I think. I'm going to take a Hawk. Hipster digs the Beholder. Well, I don't mind running a Beholder, but it's not a priority. Sphere of Annihilation is worth noting that it's at least in the draft. I hope just one person is playing red-black and they get just the most ridiculous red-black deck ever. They beat us with it, but that's the only one we face. Look at this. Yeah, we are... This is not great for us. Where do we even go from here? Guard Approach. Save our creatures. It's not the worst plan, since we are often going to be trying to protect something like 1T. And I'm not getting into black or red or black at this point. So there's Mace to make our flyers bigger, but I can't prioritize that. There's Bull Strength if we thought we might still be green, but I'm going to take the guard. We'll play one of these. You can almost get it anytime you want. See, I mean, here's another one, but I will play one, so okay. All these blue cards are bad. Shocking. Shepherd? We just straight Bant? We just be straight Bant. Hey, you did get a reimbursement for the duplicate pairing, so I can complain about that and maybe get something done about it. Do we take the Sorcerer here, or are we close? Are we possible on the Shepherd? I guess we take Blink Dog, huh? We'll take Blink Dog. Looking like we're white-blue, and we can throw equipment on the doggy. We got one already. Yeah, that's where Raptor's at. Let's cut this red. Frankly, I could probably just cut the green. I think I got to defend my blue-white skies opinions. And on that front, I will take the fly. You got to use it carefully, but we can use it. Frost Giant also fine. Yeah, LSV was right. It's super high on. I haven't listened to the Sunset Show. Did they talk fly at all directly? I mean, if you don't know the format, this could easily look like a. Oh yeah, I did listen to it. And they talked. He joked about it, right? Soul Knife works nicely with a fly. Ranger's Hawk, I wouldn't mind another. I'd take some more Ranger's Hawks. Shocking Grasps, Interact. We already have one, though. I'm going to take the Soul Knife, especially given the fly. And we're going to cut the green and be like, all right, gang, I got to defend the worst color pair in the format that has played reasonably for me. We got the Demi-Lich back. Do we even want it, though? Again, we can lower its blue cost by casting instants and sorceries. We're just not doing that a ton, and we might just rather have a Scion or a Rhyme Shield. I think I want Scion over Demi-Lich. Is that crazy? What's our, like, we have you see a guard, we have Shocking Grasp. We just don't even have a lot of instants and sorceries is the other thing, right? So yeah, I'm taking Scion. Here's a Shocking Grasp we'll throw in the pile. Gonna make those sing. Many of you, I'm sure, remember, but not everybody does. But I had I opened on, I trophied the first 4 times I tried blue-white. So I've had good success with it in general. Pixie Guide is at least a 2-drop. Might just want a 2-drop flyer here. Power of Persuasion is really clunky and not that good. Don't want it. Villain's Lair is playable. I guess it counters a spell. I'll take a counter over a Pixie Guide here, but I do want to fill out my 2s a bit. So little, but I hope to do better than that. Oh, we did reel the Shortcut Seeker. That will take up a slot in the 4-drop hole nicely. We'll see. Wouldn't mind more rare blue hookups that we get due to our commitment here. Somebody pass me a Mind Flayer, Displacer Beast over a fly. Try to wheel the fly. Veteran Dungeoneer. Displacer Beast is just okay. And we're kind of crowded at 3. Don't love that. But I'm not taking this fly here, so I'm taking Displacer Beast. I mean, this is why you don't want to end up in blue. Like, I'm passing Owlbears for Displacer Beast, but, well, we were almost blue-green, in which case we would just take the Owlbear, but we're not pivoting back to that at this point. Maybe not. Well, maybe I should put these in, like, our green is still not that much worse than our white. And this pack, but the Displacer Beast is just good enough to take. I'm going to take it, but it's not super strong, especially not for a first pick. Priest of Ancient Lore, best card here. We wheel Charm Sleep, Investigator, Air Elemental. That'll be fine. But here we are again with more 3s. Don't love that. Got to deal with our 2s. But Arcane Investigator, if that doesn't wheel, I'm completely misreading this table. Hey, Goose. Good time zone to you. Welcome. Friday, got to start with the hair back. We'll unleash it if I can find a win today. If not, maybe we just call it good. Just do it. Oh, look, a pick to make. Sorry. Look, if I'm going to take the worst color pair in the format, you have to put some cards in the colors in the packs. This is not even fair. Ugh. I guess we take Contact the other frickin' plane, but oh my god, this is gross. Maybe a mace, but we do have some flyers where wielding a mace would be good. I'll take the Contact, but it's really a weak second pick or third pick. I don't think we're green. We might be still, it's possible, but I think our white lines up better right now. And now white is dried up. What is with you, table? Screw you, table. Taking my white all of a sudden. Another 3? Yeah, we can take the wilds and then be able to splash if we wanted. But I'm with Siriana. I think we take the Ray. It's a little better than sleep, at least. I'm with Siriana. We take the Ray. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a wilds. Gotta tell you, not loving the safety of my hair this week. This deck is not a good example even of the white-blue deck yet. And I say yet because I have hope, but we're kind of through the best of what Pack 3 has to offer, heading into pick 5 here, so we'll see. I'll take a Talisman. You know, we don't have, like we need one of those planar allies. Why don't we get a planar ally? Where's that? I'll take this Talisman, though. Throw a Talisman on an Air Cult Elemental. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, I reverted back to not have the link go to weirdness for some people. So hopefully that link takes you to the store. I am adding to my inventory all the time. And now I get to add much faster because I have scan to list capabilities that I didn't have before. Hey, it's my old friend Hama. I'll take Hama because we don't have enough 3s. What I want is my old friend Interaction, though. We're getting farther away from green. Let's just cut that now. Probably don't need a unicorn in this deck. Not gaining that much life. Yeah, this is not super pretty. Might even cut Blink Dog out of this pile if we don't get more than a Delver's Torch for it. Hey Logan, I'm like 100% trophied with blue-white. Maybe, well, I think 4 of 5. I think one I only won 3 or 4 times. Bar the Gate. Rhyme Shield Frost Giant. I like both of those, but 2 drops without downside are so important that I'm going to take this weak one just to fill out this curve. I know, right, Mianthril? This has just been unfair. I've been pretty punished for chasing the blue. We did not really get the hookup. Seems like we're one of the only blue drafters. I don't know if we'll see any other islands across the way, but the packs just haven't been kind. That's the bottom line. Yeah, Fly gave some power. I would be down with that. We might bring it back. Hey, here we go. Get in here, champ. I wouldn't mind another air elemental, but we need 2s more than anything. So getting a last fresh pack 2-drop that we're willing to run is fine. Could even potentially fly it. Go champ into fly if the coast is clear. Champ into fly with you see a guard approach backup would be super excellent. Here's that other fly. It came back. I'm probably going to move in. I know they're high risk, but this deck isn't great, so we're going to have to take some risk. Interesting. Some interaction came back, but so did another 2-drop, and so did another air cult. It all came back. Does look like we're the only blue drafter. What would you take here? What's making the deck that you're happy about? You like the air cult? I guess we have enough 2s that I don't need to take the investigator. Charm Sleep is interaction, but so is Air Cult Elemental. Yeah, I like it. Let's take the second Air Cult, take a second 6-drop. We don't have anything else above 4, so a couple of 6-drops to try to get to here makes some sense. We're going to cut this ghoul. What happened this draft? Who is black? How is a ghoul making it to us on the wheel? Is there anybody in red black? They must not have any prices. You want to do... Oh, we don't have enough blue, though. Ooh, clever conjure. It could happen. Could happen. Just go mono blue. Probably cutting that. Another conjurer. How many of these were we playing? Not 3, maybe 2. Hey, Gretchen. Don't love it, but I just need 1 win to feel fine about the day. Well, you know me, I'll tilt if I go 1 and 6, but I'll try to do it as gently as I can. Is blue-green on the table? I mean, we can look. I don't think so. What were we doing it for? Spoils, Innkeeper, George? I mean, there's enough blue that we could if we thought that was best. But I actually like the Peggy and the whole launching 3-drops plan. Oh yeah, I was trying to look at my creature count 19. All right. So you can cut some worst creatures and still have a solid creature count. Kind of want to keep our interaction. Do we need a talisman? It does get +1/+1, so it's not the worst that way. Like it's kind of a short sword with upside. Making a copy of our... Ooh. With that name, with Juan T. Malison, I just thought that was a I assumed that was a legend, but actually like the talisman, knowing that I could dupe up the Yuan Ti. So I'm going to keep the talisman if I can here, but boy, cuts get tough. Maybe we can ditch contact. Let's see, contact. Just because we're trying to draw cards in other ways, was my thinking there, that could go. Like Wizard class is our card draw. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe this is a location, and I don't know what a malison is. What's a malison? Is that an English word? What's a... That's a race in D&D. Okay, so that's a D&D snake race, apparently. Malcontent. Interesting. Does the shortcut seeker do... Well, it's got a big butt. That can really matter. I don't think I want to cut a shortcut seeker. You can Peggy it to fly over. You can, if you do turn it into a... You can fly it to fly over. I think you keep it for that. But something here's got to give in the threes. Maybe I can go down to one Conjurer, since we're not doing too much important ramp. If we had a big top end, I would like a bunch of Conjurers, but we don't. But cutting anything else here seems real tough. Could maybe cut a Scion, but they're going to help us get this stuff through. But again, something's got to give, so maybe a Scion can give. And then go to one fly and one talisman instead of two flies. I kind of just want the two flies, though, and go for it. Just freaking go for it. But then what are we cutting? Could cut that final Air Cult Elemental. Yeah, we can cut a Grasp. Maybe them clinging to this interaction that's kind of medium. I like that. Then I can go 16 lands because we're playing best of one. We have a 2-mana cantrip and we have a 3-mana ramp spell. So I think all told, we can go 16 here. All right, let's try it. I don't think I'm going to win the week with this deck, but I think I can save my hair with this deck. That's the plan. Let's MTGA it and do some building. Thank you, Wire. Appreciate the drop in the knowledge. Did we cycle today? Maybe not. 750. Nope. Right. I assume I'm going to have to delete some decks. That's a Brawl deck. We'll leave that. Thank you, Hat. Do this before I forget. Lotus sleeves for Mama. Oh, I missed Hat's request for the Beholder meme. I'll give the money back and see if we can find it here.
My God, no. Please, what is that? Don't tell me.
I don't know, 75 decks feels like it ought to be enough, but I suppose for a dedicated constructed player playing many formats, you could run out of room, I guess. Need more white than that. Although, how much more? Maybe the Ranger's Hawk was a cut. But I still like throwing a... Oh, wait. We need this torch in here. I didn't realize the torch wasn't in. Now I got to make another cut. Coin? I don't know what you mean by coin. Yeah, you want to cut one of the 6s? Maybe so. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. This is the better equipment. I think I want the 1 grasp. You can actually get a 2-for-1 out of this sometimes. But I know it's not great. Yeah, we could cut that, and then I lose protection for... I like having one of these if I'm doing the double fly. The thing, protecting your flying creatures with this is real. That being said, we are taking our risks. I think I'm going to I'll cut the talisman as suggested. I'm going to put this in the sideboard. I mean, if you just if you save a record of those decks, you can rebuild them anytime. I mean, when's the last time you actually played again with one of your 7-win draft decks? I mean, yeah, 17 lands is already tracking your trophies for you. And if you just want your own trophies, screenshot them and have your folder of 17 your folder of 7-win draft deck screenshots. So 9-7. I think we got to go 9-7. As much as I would like 10 sources of blue, we need 7 sources of white at least. Yeah, so if you just want the memories, I would say screenshot them and make a folder of memories. Wow, that's one time you pay 5. That's fair. Let's see. Flying. Wanty. One. Wanting. Wanting a win. See, it's it's like a wanty pun. Wanty. I'm going with it. We're going to get better lands. I'll see if anybody has redeemed. If not, I'll choose. I played Modern Horizons 2. I drafted Modern Horizons 2 last night. I first picked a... what's she called? It's the 2/2 Pro Red Black 5-mana Reanimate Echo creature. And I did a white-black reanimation deck that was good enough. Got there. Anything else? What do you mean anything else? But anything except the Avons? Oh, you chose the Avons. Great. Twist my arm. That's great to hear, especially with how hard I tilted yesterday. I'm going to file a claim then, because it was, you know, I'm a little embarrassed with how badly I tilted yesterday, but it really hit me wrong. It was super frustrating. In a rock, scissors, paper game, when you got a decent pair of scissors and you face the same gigantic rock twice in a row, it was frustrating. Oh yeah, gotcha. Anything but D&D lands. I hear you. I hear you. All right, we're ready to go. Let me refresh my memory of my order here. We'll get into... Oh, we are in the right view as well. Emerf Smash is up first. All right. Looking forward to it. All right, I got to defend the honor of this weak archetype. I don't think this is a particularly good version of this deck, but I sure hope I can find a win with it. Does that do it? There's a command that Hat remembers and I don't. I'll oh, okay, we can do it this way, Smash, that's fine. Refund, there it is. Well, gang, what do you think? How are we going to do today? Curious what chat thinks of my chances. All right. We can throw a Ray of Frost on early aggression, and then we have a curve out from there, and we can Delver's Torch if we don't have anything to Ray. Let's see what Smash is going to smash with. Uh-oh. Hey, it's our friend, Can You Beat Me? We're going to throw out the 1T, although maybe we need to get rid of the Shambling Ghast first. Yeah, now that now it would be suicide to send this out, because it could literally be sack kill. To that end, what do we want to do? I guess I'll throw a sentry out. I don't really care about this creature, and if Smash wants to sack the Ghast to kill it and clear the way for 1T, that seems fine. I think we'll do that. I know this is a bit suicidal for the sentry, but it's trading 1 mana for 2 mana if Smash wants to do it. And if Smash sends in the Ghoul, I will block and force the issue. Smart of Smash, they got the treasure and didn't have to use the -1/-1, but it was important for me to clear that, clear the path for 1T. However, here, I wish we had 2 islands, then I would go 2/1 and Wizard class. We don't. So could just go Displacer Beast and use up all of our mana. And then actually go ahead and trade off the beast to the Moon Druid if they attack, which I assume is what's going to happen. And then maybe we find a land to torch and 1T. Anyway, we'll see. Certainly don't mind scrying here. Oppo paused on a single treasure availability, and that generally doesn't happen just because you have treasure, so it kind of probably means we're looking at like a feign death. Oh, they have a ghoul. That does explain it. Thank you, JC. JC makes the good call, though. This creates the pause. But yeah, I was thinking feign death. We're going to go down the mine, though. Scry it up here. I want land, but that's another solid play. I'm going to keep it. Yeah, we can get treasure, which is like land. I think we might want the goblin to threaten the ghoul block, but we'll see. Nice. Love Hexblade off treasure. So powerful. Solid 2/2 that replaces itself that way. Yeah, we're just following through with this play. And again, we can make a treasure, but the deck actually functions with 3 land right now, and I'd like another one, but a goblin token is very powerful against the ghoul, and saying, look, you gotta have to, you know, sack something real to not just trade off for a goblin. So I'm actually just gonna make the goblin. And also it sets us on a path to put a +1/+1 counter on something, which we can do on 1T if we get there ahead of that, or just put it on the apprentice itself. Yeah, the apprentice, it's like you want the dungeon payout to be something different than it is, right? Definitely, for sure, for sure. Now, I like Torch 1T and see about Peggy next turn. Or maybe Torch Frost next turn or something. But I'm going to send this in. Huh, interesting. Could have flashed that in and blocked our apprentice, chose not to. What's going to happen here? Well, I'm thinking if we draw a land, I'm probably hooking up the Torch and raying Frost the Manticore. Purple Nurple. We're gonna Ray of Frost that thing down eventually, but now we can really just do it all. What about fly on... You can fly and equip. They're tapped out. I think that's got to be the plan. We're gonna draw a card and put a counter. I guess we'll put a count. Oops, we'll put a counter on. Do we want to send this? I guess 8, 9. Yeah, we just lose if to removal if we don't leave 2 back. So I'm only sending 1T. And I could. Yeah, we'll just put a counter on. That's fine. Nice. Now I kind of want. Do we want? Which dungeon? This is interesting. I could make a case for almost any of them. If we're triple venturing, yeah, I probably just want more blockers. You're right. And maybe on. Ooh, yeah, we'll keep you. If we don't die, this will be fun. I bet those words have been spoken many times. I wonder what percentage of the time that's been expressed has led to fun versus death. Could just do this and force a trade. 8, 9, 10, 11. I suppose there are pump spells. There's not really a pump spell that would just kill us. But I'm going to go with a chump. Let's just try to chump the worm. But keep in mind, like, Bull Strength gives trample. Ugh, trample worm. Yeah. Is tough. Yeah, Ray of Frost time, right? Try to pin down this worm on Ward 2. We can get that done. We do have Hama, so we could double up everything here. 2 goblin tokens, 2 counters, and 2 cards. So I was going to Ray of Frost. Yeah, you're probably right, JC. Although, wouldn't they have just done it already? But JC's being the grown-up. And we still get single Gobbo to help us block the other stuff. I think we got to be grown-ups. Boring grown-up stuff. Oh, Ward 2 is why we can't still play Hama. Up to 1 target creature becomes a bird with base. So do we want to make a bird out of anything? No. I mean, I guess we're leaving the apprentice back. Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to submit 0. And more counters, but should probably spread it out a bit. I'm going to throw a counter on... Well, I guess it... Yeah, I'm going to throw it on the apprentice. I'm not really thinking that through. And if I weren't streaming, I might tank a little on exactly the right place for that. So we're not in a dungeon yet. We can Hama and go to the dark dungeon and start doubling the pain. Block to save 3. At 9, I'm going to say, yeah, we'll block to save 3. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But chumping to save 3 is part of how we might survive that. Well, is it lethal? Because they have stuff... They don't have to pay for the other 2, right? If we go... How do you switch through these? Because they would lose 2, and we would double this up, but they don't necessarily have... They can just pay the costs to not have to do that. Making another goblin on the ground. That's interesting for sure, but kind of want to just Hama with the Shocking Grasp up is kind of nice. Let's go Hama. Yeah, I guess if they can't deal with the Quan Ti, we just make them stop this. Like, this is going to win the game for us. Just going straight down the center. I like going down the center again. Submit 0 again. Right? We want 1T to connect. So yeah, submit 0. Sending only 1T. I keep saying that like it's a proper noun because that's what it feels like to me, but now I feel like I'm saying I'm going to keep sending dog. But we don't get the connection. I would rather, with Hama, I don't want to give him a chance to chump. Oh yeah, I should definitely do, I'm not really on my memes. Thanks.
Go Team Venture!
You can make an argument for keeping the land for the air cult, but I'd rather like do this, keep this and just have action to play. Although this isn't very important either. I don't even know what I'm looking for at this point. I'm gonna move this down though. I just don't think that's it. And we just drain. Drain gives both of our flyers lethal. And we have a Shocking Grasp to try and live. Yeah, it's true. We can just venture around the corner. We go venture 1, draw a card, draw 2 cards, venture 2, drain, drain. I like this and this to force the ghoulie actions, and then we can grasp to... I can even, like, risk Hama. They're gonna storeroom or whatever. These two don't seem like they matter. Yeah, I guess Hama is more important than the Apprentice even. It's part of our 2 creatures can get there, though. But I like... this is fine. And then we have grasp if something happens here. Yeah, second Manticore could be the final card. Keeping these alive should be fine for that. I'll let... if they have Manticore, it's fine. As long as they don't damage these 2. And... I don't know, on that front... I could, at this point, shrink the 1/1 just to be absolutely sure instead of the 3/5. I'll do that just to be sure here, although then they just sack it. Yeah, it's interesting they're not sacking the 1/1 to the 2/1, right? If they didn't have something to change things, I don't see why they wouldn't at least sack this to kill. Rob says hold. Yeah, this is fine. Whatever. Even if they have a Manticore, this is fine. And if they come up with something like spoils, then we would really like to have the Shocking Grasp to pull these out of range of like killing our scary flyer. Only one card we don't know about. It's got to be something to stop what are presented lethal. Hopefully Smash is desperately looking for answers that aren't there, as opposed to cleverly solving the puzzle. Gassed. Where do they get to go? They get a token. Yeah, they gain a little life back that way. I think this is fine. Because now we can send everything. The attack trigger alone brings them to 3, and then both of our flyers are lethal. They did draw another card. That could be real. You just send the one dude. Yeah, that's fair. All right. No need, no need.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
All right. My hair is safe for the week, chat. Hammer does not believe. Well, somebody called it in chat that the 2-1 rare snake would get us at least one win, and there you go. Chat's gone 6-1. Yep. Although I got my one win on like the second or third game, so it wasn't particularly dramatic in terms of whether or not I was going to lose my hair, but it's the best, it's chat's personal best. No blue yet. We're going to keep this though on the strength of Hawk and Torch. Any land we get to go Hawk, Torch, equip Torch. That's a fine start. I've gone 0-4 to start. That's my deepest, start. Interesting choice here. I'm not going to give up the Hawk because I do want to equip the Torch on it. The question is, oh, sorry, gang. I was like, hair toss. Would you like to see me play Magic? Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
Go Team Venture!
Free Venture Brothers meme. Now then, back to the question at hand. I kind of like Ray of Frost. Just pinning this down. If we do the Torch, we can do the Torch. But then we have... we're just taking Goblin for 2 straight turns. I don't think that's worth it. That's true. The Shortcut Seeker does have a big butt to just stop this thing. Are we willing to take 6 damage to get there, though? The other benefit of not going Torch, Equip Torch is that if we wait a beat and get Torch equipped with the Guard Approach available, we can protect it. Yeah, Ray has Flash, but it's not going to be, I guess, I mean, they can't counter this, so sure, we'll give them a chance to do something, but I don't know what they do. I guess are there hexproof stuff in green as as a response. Anyway, what's the hexproof? Oh yeah, the uncommon, right? Yeah, I don't think we saw that, the wild whatever, but yeah, I'm doing it now. The big butt shortcut seeker is a fair point. Just wasn't ready to count on that. Not going to block, so we're attacking. Play the torch. Now we want to draw a land of some kind so that we can hold up the... You see a guard, or really just to play one of our 4s. That's what I want to do. All right, found our 4th land. I like that. And yeah, I'm going to go for a big butt here. And then if we find a 5th land, we even get Pegasus, launch the shortcut seeker, protect everything. Next turn. Let's see what they're willing to do in terms of attacking into this thing. If they go Valor Singer on Zorn, send. We got probably... it's that dumb Fireball. Fireball's been wrecking me. Stop it, Fireball. Okay, this is getting there. Peggy giving a little extra oomph on the Hawk, and does give us a trade for the Zorn. The other option is tap, right? You almost never do that. I mean, we're up against it, but we're not, like, literally dead, are we? Obviously got to make this trade. I just want to fly. What do we have time for here? We kind of just have to suit it all up and hope. Yeah, get a gobbo for blocks. Or treasure to guarantee the air cult. Yeah, we better look. Ooh, investigator, you can... We'll just scry our way to our 6th land. I mean, Radiantware hasn't done anything savage, like ridiculously powerful. It's just kind of the power of red aggro in the format. Just so many decent cards, they just add up to so much pressure. All right, fair enough, Adrian. Emotes enabled. At least it's on Friday against known gangs. Interesting they did not go for taking out one of our Hawk augmentations. Here, I'll see. Hello. Your go. Oops. Good game. Are we dead? Bold move there. Did not find our... We're going to double venture, though. Maybe we find a land and then we can air cult. Drain. Nah, we'll go ahead and augment. Maybe this is not right, but I'm going to be greedy. Land us. Land, land, land. Ooh, nice. One point is better if the drain is better if we think we're risking death at 4, that we could survive at 5, or that it just ends the game that turn. But basically, other than that, you really want the counter. Well, in the tank again. Hopefully that's a good sign for us, but sometimes it's just your opponent puzzling out the right play that blows you out, you know? But I'm always hopeful when the opponent goes into a tank and I feel like I'm in a good spot. We did pass Red Dragon, yeah. So that's one potential reason to do it. Good call. Boy, we got lucky there. It says GG, but what is our GG? It's not GG yet, so maybe we leave the Air Cult Elemental back. We are heading into dungeon. If we go for... we are going to do it twice. So where do we want to go given that? Probably just Scry and Goblin again. The Trample. We have Shocking Grasp too. Yeah, just the one. Leave the Eric Colt back. Look, to be fair, I instantly did everything on the menu. It was not a early GG as much as a, here's all the emotes I hate. But yeah, we're going to send just the Hawk here. And Regabo. Bin that. Annihilation isn't lethal though, right? 3, 4, 5. Annihilation is 1 for 6. Yeah, we go down 2 pass, but they discard a card to avoid... I mean, we could make him discard, yeah. We could have made him discard. Now we get Conjure for some extra blockage and a Shocking Grasp to boot. Now if they send Froggy, we'll pile on everything and throw the Grasp. Yeah, white was wide open, and then the door slammed close. It was, looks like a bunch of us identified white as open and, like, moved in on it. Or somebody was just, maybe a couple people were white from the get-go, and they were just heavy white in the packs early. If the first set of 8 packs just happens to be dense in a given color, it can really change the entire draft. In real life Magic, how does assigning damage order go? Once all blockers have been declared, the defending player orders the blockers. Hair is safe. 1-0. And I am going to try to save here. Yep, we got it. That's not going to be enough. The hair will be tossed again.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
All right. Looking good. Oh, sorry, Radiant Ware. Another forest, and you have some good plays there. I'm fine with chat coming back 5-2. You can have the week and a shopping trip. I get the format and keep my hair. All good. All good. I'm going to try and stop you, though. Timber's up next. I see. Yeah, yeah. That's not the right... I didn't copy it, I guess. How you doing, True? Congrats. No great action yet, but worth keeping here. The action we do find will get buffed. This is a good one. Torch on 2, Priest on 3. Fly on 4, question mark? Oh, maybe Hama. We'll take the 3. I'm going to drop a torch here. We could hold up Shocking Grasp, but it would just be paying 2 mana to save 2 life. Hama's interesting here. Because, yeah, we could next turn just go Hama, Torch, Fly, and make him have it. I like that. It's a bit all in, but we'll see. Next turn we can go Fly, Priest, or Fly, Torch, depending on what we feel. I might get greedy and let's just go into the Mad Mage. Ooh, that's interesting too. Because we could also just oh man. You know what? My hair is safe. I'm gonna be super greed. We're just going for it. We're just trying to do the thing. Pause is a concern though. Oppo has something on 2, but maybe it's bull strength or something, and we can just fly over. I'm gonna try. We're going for it. Eggs, meat basket. Salute. It's gonna cost us the game, but I went for it. Might not even, we're not dead. Just mostly. We can go Priest, find another land, have Shocking Grasp up. Maybe even, Now we gotta tap that. Bunch of broken eggs. Stupid basket. Let's see. Anything to be done? We can chump on the ground and grasp in the air to not just be completely dead. If we're chumping, I guess we beast and hold up the grasp. And maybe there's something we find. Certainly not that. Although maybe I did need that, and then we send the white dragon back. That just doesn't get us there, though. I think we're just kind of done for. Just kind of done for. We could also play the champ, and... but then we can't double block anyway, so... Yeah, this is all super awk. I'm gonna just give the win here. We don't have outs. Good job, Trannel. It all came down to moving in on the one play and it getting blown out. I basically said either we get blown out or win, and the answer in that case was blown out.
He's dead, sir.
That man's dead back there.
Must be dead. He was worse than dead. His brain is gone.
King of Jabronis is up next. Is this a new competitor? I don't recognize that username. Good game, Timber. I was like, well, I'm going to make him have it. Guess what? You had it. All right, what would you do if you were me, gang, with this situation? I sell cards on TCG Player, and I have someone who ordered a card, and it's like I don't have many, it's a foil copy of a card, you know, I only have one copy of it. I go to ship this card, and I'm going to back out of this. Doesn't seem like we're getting there on this. I go to ship the card, and my shipping software says this address is no good. This address doesn't exist. And the address number was like 1250. And I just went into Google Maps and I looked, and sure enough, like, the street that's being referenced here in this zip code is a tiny little, it's one street. It's not a big street. And there is no 1250. It just doesn't exist. That's not an address in that zip code. However, 1520 is a zip code, is an address on that street. It's an apartment complex. The address does have an apartment. I'm like 99% sure that the address has a typo in it. I've contacted the buyer, or the TCG Player system has a contact buyer thing. I did. They have not responded. I'm supposed to ship out in 2 days of getting the order, but they have not responded. I escalated it. I escalated the response so that TCG Player would see it. They haven't responded. I'm now like 5 days into order I should have shipped 2 days in. Now my question is, do I just wait until this person eventually sees it, or do I just issue a full refund right now and say, look, I did my level best to contact you and get this address situation sorted out. I didn't hear from you. Here's a full refund. When you see this, go ahead and rebuy the card and verify the address. Would you just do that, G-Guard? Yeah, I'm kind of on send refund now. Especially since I did try to escalate and TCG player isn't even sending. I really wanted to give him a chance. I just am so certain that they just swapped those two numbers. So eventually it's definitely full reimbursement. I'm just not sure if I'm supposed to do it yet. Right, like but it doesn't exist. Like I've done the Googling. That address does not exist. If I sent it, it would not get there. There's nowhere for it to get. Like there's two levels of warning that my shipping software gives me. There's the, we're not sure about this. And then there's the, nah, this doesn't exist. The we're not sure about this ones, I frequently just send them out because usually it's an apartment numbering that the system doesn't trust. But when it just says it doesn't exist, it doesn't exist. Yeah, it's an apartment. It's clearly an apartment rental. So that's one of the reasons I think I've solved the issue, is that if you swap the typo, it produces a location that is an apartment complex, and he provided an apartment number. No white yet on the play. That sucks. I really would love to. I mean, if we just had an island and a plains, this hand would look brilliant. As it is, do we mulligan or do we keep on the strength of the Conjurer? Yeah, I'm with Raptor. I'm going to mulligan this just because there's too many ways it could go horribly wrong. Here we go. This looks a lot better. I'm going to ditch an island on the strength of the turn 1, turn 2 play, and any land gets us wizard class and eventual activation, which should help us find the 4th land. There's our 3rd land. That's good to see. Yeah, any best of 1 does the hand smoothing. Nice, we found a 2-turn play. Thought we were just gonna have to wizard class with nothing else to do. But we have something else to do. I'm gonna offer, I'd happily trade a champ for that pesky ghoul. Now, ideally, we just find a land off the top and we drop the Shortcut Seeker and we wizard class for the turn 5. Hey, we found it. Don't have an Investigator attack, but we have a Hawk attack and a Seeker play. And then a good plan for next turn. Well, we might draw something, but looks like we're going to effectively crack the Wizard class next turn. Shocking Grasp says we can throw an attack here and see what they want to do. They just block with a Valor Singer, though, and that doesn't do much, so never mind. I'm going to Wizard class. And let's see. We have Fly and UC as 1 drops left, so we're going to leave blue open. Look at that. So SMRT. We're going to go for it. Shields are down. We at least get to clock in once. I love it when I think ahead and it works out, as opposed to not thinking ahead and doesn't work out. What do we want here? Got double venture. They're at 14. We could just go down the path of pain. But 14's still a lot, so yep, I'm going to go down the mine again. Mad Mage is interesting, but I think we just go down the middle. Peggy. We want to keep that? Peggy would fly the Investigator and help keep the pressure on, so we'll keep. It'll fly the Investigator and... Ooh, we could even tunnel... We could, but with Peggy next turn, we don't need treasure. We'll just make a Gobbo. Waiting for the removal here. Expecting Shortcut Seeker to die if they've got the burn. Well, they could play a land in the Fireball. That would be classic. I've just been getting got by the Fireball, but kind of expecting Grim. Yeah, Grim Bounty is my expectation. And I'm willing to race here. No blocks. I don't want anything to die for the Priest. Yeah, let's just fly over. This seems great right now. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Break out your Billy Joel. Counter on Hawk. And free card. I like spreading around the power. If they had flyers to consider, that would be one thing, but I just like that now we've got 3 2-powered flyers. If they have removal, we still have 4. We're threatening a 2-turn clock in the air against 1 removal. Yeah, I'm not worried about blocking, honestly. I'm worried. I think we're going to win this race if they don't have something sweet. We'll lose the class. We already got cards off it. Now we have Scion, double venture. I guess we can force the discard. We can do 7. You think it's lethal. How is it lethal? Let's see. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Venture twice. But how is it? Oh, because they have 2 blockers on the ground, so that doesn't work either. Oh, we can Stygia, though, and then yeah, Scion, sorry. Had to work that out. Yes. Okay, so we have lethal. Had to do Scion, though. All right.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Who says blue-white sucks? All I can do is win with it. Except when I don't. Siriana dropping the data. Oh, curse data. Stupid data. That's because nobody knows how to do it right but me. All right, Jay. This looks like another new name. All right. Keepable. Any land would be good here for the Displacer Beast on 3, but we get Investigator that can fly, if nothing else. Although I'm nervous about running out flies too early. Ideally, you do it shields down to get in 1 good smack, or you save it for later. Yeah, that is interesting, but we'll go Investigator and hope to find Beast mana. Might just go fly Investigator, but I don't trust it against this early. Whoa. Spicy! Did not see that coming, I gotta say. And with our lack of land here, I kind of want to fly, but that doesn't even get us a draw or anything. It gets us a venture. Maybe that's still important here. I'm just afraid that we lose the investigator and then it's Trouble Town. But we're desperate for land, so I'm going to go hunting for it. There it is. All right. Don't really have an attack now because they just get to leave the hawk back, but I just really wanted to make sure we didn't have a non-land on top, or, you know, do whatever we could to dig for land. Attacking suggests this investigator is going to die. It's going to say, I don't see the hawk attacking unless we were going to lose our duder. And there's the problem with fly. We did not get a card's worth of value out of that. We got 2 for 1. Now then, do we need the treasure? If we treasure, we get a guaranteed shortcut seeker if we don't have anything else going on. If we find a land, we can play the shortcut seeker and save the treasure for the elemental. And a Gabo doesn't do all that much here. Really, the big cost of going treasure is the lack of ability to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. But we're also, our creature returns to hand, so we don't really want counters on it anyway. So yes, I'm on treasure. Just had to talk it through. Cardlinger knows what's up. Tools in the hand of a master. All right, found our land. Attack with beast, play seeker. Seems fine. This ranger is clocking us for 3, and really a life total swing of 5 is pretty impressive. Air Cult Elemental will buy us some time. If we don't find a land off the top, what's our play? We have Torch equip. We have Activate Wizard class. Did not equip the torch, so what's up with that? What's up with that sus behavior? I'm gonna just start with an attack. See what happens. Aha! That's what was up. So now I can pin one of them down and the beast won't die. I'm gonna do that. But it puts us off the plan a bit since now I can play the torch, but I think I just have to wait in case we get in a land so I can air cult to buy us time against this hawk. So, not going to play the torch, even though I technically could crack the treasure to do so. Yeah, class get the land drop ahead of that attack would have been possible too. I just didn't know I was going to have to do something mid-combat there. I thought it was going to be available to us after combat, but by not doing it ahead of combat, I at least kept my options open during. Yeah, that's a good point, but I think it's creature, yeah. It's like, I don't think we get to do that, but good idea. Hey, Blade Fury, welcome. Good to see you. We really want to land here and just cult the hawk back. But really, Talisman just sending in 2 points of damage to our face every turn is going to be a real problem. That's why Mike wanted to bounce it. But we did not get there the way we wanted here, so now we got trouble in River City. Well, my hair's safe for the week, so I'm pretty happy about that. Looks like chat's going to bring it to a closer match for the week, though. Hat dropping the real truth. Except it's not that bad, and I haven't been that lucky. It's a medium deck I've gotten the best cards from so far. Yeah, sorry. We'll crack the class looking for land, but we might have to just play the Apprentice here. We'll see. Oh, what's been hyper lucky? I don't know. I've mulliganed. I don't know. Explain what the huge luck has been. I took a huge chance and got blown out and lost. Like, I don't know how my luck has been better than average, per se. But now we can Frost the Hawk, make him... But I only made Voltron when it was risky once. I guess twice. And they didn't have removal for the snake. Could send the beast. Really, if I want to do that, I should just block with it. We're too close to dead here. Yeah, and the Reaper's real. Where are they going to go with this? I'm going to go with double blocking. I mean, block, block, block. Blocking everything. And can't really afford two, I don't think. Really want to keep that torch, but just don't have the luxury here. Gonna ditch it. And now we double block like so to try to make this a 1-for-1. And then we trade here quite happily, really. This could be a blowout for sure, but let's find out. We don't really have choices at 7 life, so it is what it is. So that's gonna keep their creature alive, but is still doesn't kill both of ours at least. And now we've got a cult and go. They don't have anything else to defend against, so I guess we're just draining here. We get to draw a card, play this and draw a card next turn. There's the Bruenor everybody was expecting. Not too tough to see that coming. If we get an 8th, if we draw a land, we should go to chapter 3 here, or level 3, and then throw a counter on something when we draw. Didn't do that, so not gonna. We're gonna do it this way. It's a big boy, but we get to tap it with the guard approach if we want. We can play the Keen-Eyed and we can hold up Guard Approach. And we can send this. Yeah, I like it. Do it all. Now, what lane? We could do our own Tomb of Annihilation, but that seems incorrect. Yeah, I keep looking to make sure, but it's middle as always, isn't it, Raptor? And good scry at least, we don't want that. And we can drop this and have a plan. Another plan could just be to chump this turn. Chump, hold this, and use it next turn. They've already made us discard, so we're not going to discard, not have to, like, discard this. So, I'm down for chumping with the Sentry, I believe. Not a lot of trample stuff in red, white out of nowhere. We do get all this, they get to venture and all that stuff. That's a fair point. A fair cost here. But we can just ditch the treasure here. That's true. I could have ditched the aura. We don't really need the treasure. It was pretty straightforward to me to not worry about that too much, but could have risked it. Now, this is a real deal here. Could make it awkward for us. Real question is, where is Jay going to move the equipment around to? It's possible I should have done the guard approach just because it was the time where all of the equipment was on one thing. So now I'm questioning my choice to chump rather than approach. Peggy, somewhat interesting. And it's the play, though. We can just do Flying Seeker. And what are we leaving back? I'm going to submit 0 here. Definitely sending the Seeker. I think we want to get a Chumper with the Goblin. So we're going to have a Chumper with the Goblin. And what else do we need back? Elf Monk gets to tap something. We tap something. Then we got a 5-er. You can get us for 5. They can force blocks, but that's okay. And I want to be able to present lethal next turn. And we will with the storeroom counter, just sending 5. So let's send 5 now. And then we represent 6 next turn. Except half elf. Yeah, 6 next turn with these 2. The half-elf monk changes this a little bit. Kind of makes me almost want to send... yeah, they gain off talisman. That's another good point. But not if we tap that. Because if we tap the talisman creature and chump the Brunor creature, that could work. So where does that leave me with... because a goblin... Yeah, I'm going to send all then. We're going to rely on tap plus goblin to overcome the half-elf monk and all the nonsense going on here. If we have to, we chump with the Peggy, and that's going to be fine. Because it would then lead to us winning the game. That's true. Talisman only works as a solo attack, so we can see where they want to go with this. And then decide how we want to approach the approach. Great, that's exactly what we wanted to see. Whenever a creature you control attacks, up to one target creature blocks it this combat if able. So if they go for the chapter, they can take out the Peggy, but then we tap and chump and it should be okay here. All right. Yeah, it's fine. This is fine, though. We get to tap the big threat, and the other stuff isn't enough to kill us. So they can get through for 4 here, but 4 ain't 6. Oh, sorry, they can't even get through for 4. They can force us to block, but we want to block anyway, so throw me in the briar patch, right? All right, well, we could go to chapter 5. It does literal nothing, though. We just got to go for a win here. And we do that, I think, by flying the goblin, actually. And then this has... Like, they gotta tap this anyway, and this can attack through. All right, gang. Maybe not a 7-win trophy, but I got the week with blue-white.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Two more. Got DT76 and Happy Problems. Yeah, for every creature that attacks, you get to choose what blocks it. All right, if we can untap protecting the snake, I like our chances in this one. Probably shouldn't have played the island, because now it'll put a pause out if they play a creature. Tried to zoom through it there. That's a heck of a card. So is this, though. We're going to try ours. And see if we can't untap with it. kill my snake. No, don't you dare bite my snake. Ah! Okay, well, of all the ways to kill it, that's probably the best. Because we get ramp. That being said, don't know if I want to use that now. Can go Soul Knife and just threaten a block on the pack leader. I like Soul Knife, threaten a block. If they attack, probably go ahead and block with it. And if not, we do get Peggy launching it, even if they come up with something to do. Thanks for the game, J. Dre. And thank you for participating. Welcome to the Gauntlet. All right, they don't want to make the trade, so we are going to Peggy that thing up, and we don't even have to spend our treasure to do it, which means we get to hold the prevention. How boring, we're not even venturing, we're just drawing a card. I don't know. Sometimes you string together the right combination of blue cards and find wins. That's powerful. Is it powerful enough to tap down the pack leader? Deny them a card? Let's first make him activate it. Yes, although we could really just tap the Prowler. That's more damage prevented. And yeah, let's prevent the larger amount of damage. Now DT's thinking about whether or not they want to keep the pack leader back to trade with a Soul Knife. They decided, nope, we'll race. And how do we want to play this? What I want to do is get this to be 4 power so that the half-elf monk can't just block it, but we don't have that right now, so I'll just go Apprentice, hold Grasp, I think. But I'm going to send the Peggy. Grasp could, even if they pump Prowler, we could keep their total. Well, I guess they could get 6 total with a half-elf, but we'll see. We'll make them have that. And I guess on that front, maybe we want the Conjurer, because Conjurer can double block plus Grasp to actually eat something. So maybe we let him have the Wolfpack leader card, but actually grasp our way to some trades here. Or, you know, trade our Grasp for something, for one of the attackers. Probably they just half-elf monk so that we can't double block. So that's interesting as well. If we shrink down now, like we shrink down one of them, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they've just got the 6. We could shrink to 4. They pump up, they still have the 6, and then they know what's up. So I'm just going to let it happen. Yeah, if DT. Oh, did they pat? Did I screw up? Okay, I was like, that wasn't a main. That was second main. Okay, that's fine then. Torch. We can cast and equip the torch, but they've got half-elf monk that's going to make the torch pretty bad for us. So I'm kind of back to apprentice, untap a blue source, wizard class, and then have shocking grasp up. But let's see what they want to tap pre-combat first. Not shocking. And we don't have any good attack. Like, they can just pump this, and there's nothing to do about it there. So no attacks. Apprentice, though, gives a couple of things in the air that they got to spend their tapping on. It's always the middle. This stage of the game's got to be the middle. Stygia is keepable. Hopefully we can freeze down the half-elf monk for an extra turn. And because basically what happens is Oppo passes to the end of their turn, expecting that they're going to spend their turn using half-elf monk on your turn to stop attacking. You end of turn Stygia, hopefully freeze it, and then get a couple of turns where you're not oppressed by the half-elf monk. So I'm going to go wizard class to get this played. And man, it's a telegraph. I almost should just play the torch since it's so telegraphed here. I think I will. Rather than untap a land to hold up shocking grass, that would just be so obvious. I mean, DT's not dumb. Probably figured out I have something like that going on here. And this could be a big turn. They could start getting real value out of the pack leader and making this a tougher race. But we still have Soul Knife Spy blocking the pack leader unless they want to use the half-elf monk on offense. And if they do, then we just get such a big crackback. I don't know if they can do that. Yeah, I understand, but I am going to take the offer here and try to make this trade. We'll see if it works. All right. Oh, Cleric gets our class before we get cards off it. That's about the best this thing does if you're not gaining life, in my opinion. We don't have the mana necessary to torch and Scion, but we wouldn't torch anyway because of the half-elf, so we're going to start with... actually, we do also with the Conjurer, but I don't want to put a torch on because they just tap it anyway. And to that end here, I think this turn we're just going to be Scioning and Shocking. And it could all work out from there. Let's see. But we're end of turn Scion, and we're looking to get the half-elf anyway. I'm going to cycle the Shocking Grasp for some damage prevention. Yeah, that's true. Maybe I should toss in the Scion now and consider it. But it does give them the half-elf monk tap response. But I suppose that makes them do it, right? Sure. Mantuka says wait. Doesn't really matter. Really, we're just trying to get a high roll here. And no matter what, keep the half-elf monk out of combat on our turn. That's a fair point, which is why they didn't even bother tapping, because if we double block, they just pump and we get blown out. So that's not a real play anyway. We'll just take the 2 to 4. Rather chump when it's going to be 6 than 4. Not loving our state here. Not sure how we... I mean, we did get the freeze, which we really needed. This is kind of crappy for us. If we suit up, we could make a 3-2. No, this is just going to be chumping on the ground and trying to clock in the air here. Don't have much else. At least the half-elf is down for another turn. And at 12, it's a little short on... Like, we don't have a 2-turn clock here. It's 3-turn. I don't know if we're going to make it 3 turns, but... Maybe we don't need much of a 3rd turn. We don't need mana at all right now, so we're definitely getting a gobbo. I could move torch, but what does that do? Nothing. All right, freezing the elf is pretty huge because now we get another turn off from that thing. And here we can do I like this and this. Chump the 6 damage and threaten a 1-for-1 trade on the 3-4. That seems fine. All right. G-Guard says they're dead. Let me see if I can figure out how. Because we've got 5 currently, and then 6th off of the storeroom, but 6 isn't 7. Oh. Gotcha. Yeah. That's a good one, too, with the reach. Rough. So now we've got to go priest and look for something. I didn't want to have to move around. The trouble with moving the torch is if I want to move it back, it takes up a bunch of mana this turn. Now, it turns out I had that mana, but I didn't know I would. Shoot. I actually thought I had this one, and then, what do you know, a rare comes down to wreck my day. We can make a 3-4 if we... Yeah, that doesn't do anything either. I think we just got outclassed by the ranger here, and I don't know what to do about it, especially with the half-elf monk about to come back online. But it's possible I need to send in and accept getting him to 5, maybe even getting him to 4 here. And then drawing a card, having a possibility somehow after that. This looks super grim, so I am going to risk it for biscuit. And send in. Not with this, though. That just dies to the cleric. That's no good. Somewhat of a desperation attack here, I grant you that. I can... throw a counter to make it a little tougher which to choose. But all our stuff just gets stonewalled by this anyway, so I'm going to go for a drain. And now we got to do something like torch here or whatever. Just have a little bit of a bigger blocker. Are we just dead? Half-elf monk tapping 1. Now we can always chump the other, so we're not dead. But could get in for 5 currently. Or 6. Send everything, tap 1 thing, pump the Prowler, I chump with the other thing, and then half-elf 4/4 and 1/3 all get in for 6. But then we win on the crackback, question mark? No. Oh yeah, well, with the Delver we might, but not quite. Yeah, so that's for 6, so I'm just gonna chump here. DT just playing it nice and easy. The half-elf, like, this is what killed us. I mean, we had a plan to win before the half-elf could recover, and not only did we face a nice rare, but then we bricked out. We've drawn just land here, so not going to get it done. Now we got to just send and try to draw a card. Gotta leave the equip where it is and hope they tap down the Peggy. They probably just tap wherever the torch is, because the ranger eats everything, so I would just tap the torch. Yeah. Good play, DT. And 5, 6, it's not dead, so I will be stubborn here, but we are pretty darn.
Your friend here is only mostly dead.
I mean, we're chumping no matter what, so well, then maybe not. Let's see what they do. They probably offer that, and we just have to take it. I don't know what our plan is, but I'm not dead yet, so I'm going to draw cards and hope one appears to me. I haven't finished watching that Syriana, but I really enjoy it. I'm a fan of the whole mockumentary humor style. All right, well, now we can at least draw a card. Let's start there. More land. That was not what we wanted. But yeah, the hexproof draw would have been real, huh? Not to be, though. Too much land to win target game. And a pit trap. Yeah, we can flood. We definitely flooded this one. Not super badly relative to Oppo, even though we got a lot of lands, but it wasn't ridiculous. Nat 20, a fine way to go out. All right, well done, DT. You got it.
He's dead, sir.
That man's dead back there. Must be dead. He was worse than dead. His brain is gone.
Yeah, we were talking about here. Actually, let me see. You're saying, do I like what we do in the shadows? Hold on, I might need to hit it a few times, but we'll find it.
Is this a dead man, Doctor? Very dead, Mr. Spock. He's dead. Is this?
Come on.
You're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead and out of this world.
Here you go. All right, Happy. It's all up to you, pal. Keep it close or a nice 5-2 streamer win. We will see. Oh yeah, we didn't even have the hexproof out. You and your remembering what's in our deck, Raptor. Good game, Deep Thought. That rare, man. Thought we had you. Thought if I could just keep that, if we got high roll on the Scion to freeze your tapper for a couple of turns, I thought we were going to get there. But then 5/5 reach put a damper on my plan. I'll try it this way. All right, Happy. I may have operated too quickly for the software, though. All right, 2-1 Snake brings it home. Maybe not, but we can... Hopefully, this is a great start. We just want a couple lands. That would be ideal. Save this fly for the end of the chain. Go Champ, Apprentice, Seeker, make stuff fly, make stuff fly. That's the ideal here. If we get stuck on mana, don't draw our third. I will go ahead and fly the Champ. I mean, it's just what we got to do. But thankfully, we found our third land already. So now we've got Apprentice as the next play. And then, again, trying to save these for later in the curve. And just curve out with these two would be fantastic. Now we got 2 pulls at a 4th land. I love it. If we had a second island, I might even go for the fly here, since we could protect it, but no need. We get to Apprentice, and that's strong. Scry it up, help us find our 4th land. So really 3 pulls. Yeah, we're gonna bin the torch looking for land. If we get no land and Happy taps out, I'll probably fly the Champ to risk it for more scrying. But hopefully we just find a land and go to the Seeker. And then I really like where our deck is set up from there. All right, I'm going to offer Champ for that. Ooh, especially with Shocking Grasp. Yeah, you get a treasure, but I don't know. Let's find. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe I need to. But let's. We don't have the. We didn't fly anyway, so I guess I don't get one now. And, you know, a Shocking Grasp doesn't do anything here. It makes it a 1/2, but that still trades with a 3/1. So we're just going to let this trade happen. And be sad that we didn't find our land. Maybe I just cycle this to look for a land, though. It's probably worth doing. I really want to find our 4th land drop, so I'm going to do it. Ah, Feign Death helps explain a little bit here. Ooh. Now I like... What if we Shocking Grasp our own Champ so that it doesn't kill the Unicorn? Yeah, G-Guards and I found it. So did Siriana. I think we found it. Clever play incoming. And we found our land. Very nice. It was going to be a trade. I was going to cycle the card, might as well keep the unicorn a 3/2. Yeah, I'm just going to do a shortcut seeker here. Hold back the apprentice, and then we got a lot of action possibilities for next turn. All of this is pretty interesting. That's awfully suspicious. I'm not going to offer the Seeker, but since the Apprentice doesn't really attack through the Peggy anyway, even with the stuff we have in hand, not permanently, I'm going to go ahead and offer the Apprentice for Unicorn trade, see if this happens. I don't want to risk the Shortcut Seeker. I don't know what this is about, but obviously Happy's got something, and I don't want to risk the Shortcut Seeker. Could be a Manticore, for example. They were just looking to try to pick this off after trading for that. All right. We can even Priest and Fly. It threatens eggs, basket, etc., but I kind of like that. I'm down for Priest looking for a land drop and then flying the Seeker. There's our land, and that actually helps us protect the Seeker too, so that's nice. Now Peggy has a block on the Seeker, so that could be a reason to not bother putting a fly on it. But we do have a bunch of stuff to help it get through. In fact, all three of our cards in hand help it get through if we need to. And no reason to take more mana here, so we'll goblin it up. Oh yeah, put the counter on it. There we go. Not thinking far enough ahead. Raptors on it. So that's great. Now, protected Seeker with the guard approach is going to be tough for Happy to deal with. The race is on, it seems. I like our chances in a race here with next turn Stygia hold up approach over the Peggy play. Oh, man. Target creature. I can't even protect the fly. Oh, well. You think you have it all protected. Man, this stupid Dawnbringer cleric has gotten 2 of my enchantments this session. That is unfair. I call shenanigans. Peggy's still good, though. I think I'm going to go with that play now instead. Could even fly the Priest and offer the Shortcut Seeker if they want to chump. Well, no, I'm saying I was going to use Stygia. I'm changing my plan from the Stygia to Peggy. Oops, that's what I didn't want. There we go. I'll take Chumped Cleric or 3 damage and Adventure, whatever Oppo chooses. We get a card. And sure, I'll keep playing mana out. If we found a land next turn, we would technically have 2 spell, but I don't want a 2 spell here. In fact, now with this, maybe I just need to tap the Air Peggy And then we threaten 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think we got lethal here. So we're just going to tap down the Pegasus. We don't lose to the rest of the damage on the ground. And then we have Peggy the Seeker to make it a Force 7 flyer. Peggy number 2 to attack to get 5, 6. And then we're through our dungeon. So we go to the painful dungeon for the 7th point. Oh, sorry, that was on me, and I'm going to do we even care? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't even need to use the approach. I think I can just let them attack if they want. Now maybe I'll throw the goblin in front. Oh, I need to use approach eventually because they don't tap it. Yeah, it's vigilance. It doesn't matter, though. They're tapped out, and we have the goods. Could even block here, but I'm not gonna. Nothing changes about this plan. Not even Hama. Boom!
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Yeah, how many times is your last point a tomb venture? I've been killed and killed many on that. Glad to surprise you all with my little pet archetype, the old blue-white Sky Dungeons comes through again. Good game, happy. That was a tight one. Good match all around. Nice. Good times. Thank you, chat. Well, this was really my format in general. Let's see. We can look at my 17 lands data since we're kind of wrapping up this format. But I think this is probably my best format results-wise in a long time. I think that's without the ridiculous black-red abuse I put on the quick draft. Even without quick draft, I think this is probably one of my better formats. And then with quick draft, it's like absurd. So here we go. Let's take a look. See how we did. Here's left monitor. Reduce that down a little. Oh, so first, this one I wanted to look. If you want, this is a crazy game from my favorite deck of the format. If you want to see one crazy game, that was one of the wilder games I've had in a while. I thought, I don't know, but looking at total data, so here, like across all accounts, I'm at a 63% game, 62 game, 63 match. But now let's see what happens when we put this on AFR. I went from 62, 63 overall to AFR closing in on 70, which has got to be my highest win percentage of any format. Let's look at Quick Draft. How did I do in Quick Draft? 82.1% of my quick draft, 12 total events, 10 trophies. Come on, that's absurd. Yeah, I forced red-black every time. I had 12 7 wins, 1 6 and 3, and 1 outlier 2 and 3. It was a great deck, too. It was this weird 2 and 3 that just didn't work out. In fact, here it is, right here. Like, look at this. I bet this deck is great. This is my 2 and 3 deck. You want to see it? Here it is. Oh, it's not really scrolling, zooming well, but... Maybe not the best one, but 3 Deadly Disputes, Dragon's Fire, 2 Price of Loyalty, Wild Mage. No reason this shouldn't have done better than 2 wins, but can't win them all. Anyway. Now I see Traditional. I didn't play much Traditional. Most of it was Premier. Interesting. Look at that. Game record of 53.2, but match record of 66.7. I really made those, that slight edge in game record count, it seems. And then Premier. Premier's in that 66% range. So I guess I figured out the format and did pretty well with it, which was really just, I mean, everybody did. I don't know, but not everybody did as pretty well, I guess. Why this format? I don't know. But certainly was very comfortable in it by the end of things. I'll hop back to Soapbox now and say thank you, YouTube friends, for hanging out for that one. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. We're getting a raid right as I say goodbye to YouTube, but I'll finish that off. Bye, YouTube. Hello, Raiders.